Hi, this is Preeti. I am a clinical psychologist here in AMSA. So here the patients like brain injury, stroke patients and functional aphonia and all come. So basically what happens is when patients first get to know about their disorders or illness, what they do is they go into a shock. Like, why this happened to me? This is not me. The doctor might have suggested wrongly or something. So my job is to make them understand what it is and how to go about with the following day-to-day activities. For a few, personality gets changes. So when personality gets changes, they get anxious many times. They get irritated, even for small issues. So what we do is they can open up with us. So basically, psychologists is where we don't judge people. So whatever they say, we accept them as they are. So that's how we proceed here. We give therapies, counselings, and also do various assessments for the patients. Many people say that physical health is different from mental health. So I would like to say the difference between mental health first. So mental health is totally different from mental disorders and mental illness. So here when people come, when we say that as a psychologist, they have a stigma that no, I am not a mentally disabled person. So that's when we come into play saying that it's different and each mental health is as important as physical health. So we make them understand how important it is for going for the therapies and all. So basically when the client comes, we have a case history format. So we take in a detailed case history about the patient. Like when it comes to psychology, we take it from the beginning, from their childhood till now, and how the accident occurred and what are the behavior and emotional changes before and after the accident happens. And then we motivate the patient to attend all the therapies, and then we take assessments. So assessments is basically a documentation to know the severity of the patients. So once the severity of the patient is known, then we target a behavior. There will be a series of behavioral changes. For example, patient with brain injury might have anxiety, depression and all. So we target one particular behavior at a time. For example, if the patient is coming for an anxiety thing, we give them relaxation techniques, and to change their irrational thought patterns into a rational one, we give CBT. CBT is nothing but a cognitive behavior therapy. So depending on each patient and each target, we differ with the therapies outcomes. So there are many therapies like CBT, DBT, relaxation techniques. So that's how we proceed. And once we find, then after all the assessment therapies, we do the final assessment where we can see the improvement within the patients. So when we see the improvement, we terminate the sessions. So when terminating, we give up like booster sessions and follow-up sessions, and we be in touch with the patient regularly, even when they are getting discharged. And I go to various therapy rooms and just motivate people who are not interested in doing therapies, or those who are down towards therapy. Because their routine is like they have to come to like 8 o'clock or 8:30, they have to start their day with various therapies. Like we have occupational therapy, we have speech therapy, we have physiotherapy. So when they are going for each therapy every day in a regular pattern, they also get fed up with certain therapies here. So my job is like to go motivate them, to talk to them freely, to get about their feelings. Many people don't share their feelings. So only when I go to each department and talk to them in general, a rapport is established. Once the rapport is established, they automatically talk about their emotional distress and all. So that's how therapy goes on. So it's not a professional setting where I sit in one place, in a room, in a chair, and ask the patients to come and see me. So that's a very professional way where here the people won't be liking it. So when we mingle with people in patient or a patient like that, when we are getting connected, they also have the feelings that okay, someone is there to listen out, someone is there to ask or listen our feelings without any judgmental, and people are accepting as we are. When spine is injured or brain injury is happening, various as I said, personality changes. They even small things will irritate them, and even the caretakers will be like, he keeps on repeating whatever he is saying. I'm getting irritated. I don't know what to do. So what we do is we conduct group therapies as well. So when we conduct group therapies, it's like more all the caretakers come in. So when all the caretakers come in, when we say that it's okay, it's normal, they won't agree. You are not undergoing that particular situation. So how do you know? So when we conduct a group therapy, they know that all the patients are in a similar situation, and when they discuss it out, they feel that okay, someone who's under our situation helps in. So here the psychology plays a role. So when we conducting therapies, group therapies, it helps them a lot, and we do get lots of feedback from them also. Hi, this is Preeti Sridhar. I've done my MPhil clinical psychology, and I'm working in AMSA as clinical psychologist. My job role is to motivate people, address their psychological issues, and give therapies for them.